My neglectful parents stole my college fund to buy a car for my brother and told me to just suck it up. But instead I reported them and disappeared without a single word. Ever since my brother was born, my parents treated him like he was a king. My mom was actually told that she could never conceive after she had me. So when she got pregnant again, everyone called it a miracle child. And they made sure to spoil him after he was born. I was literally told to not go near him because I could hurt him. One time, they took him on a long car trip to California but left me with my grandparents. I spent my time doing chores while he was out having fun. On my 10th birthday, all I wanted was to go to the playground for a while and enjoy myself. But they decided that it was more important to go and buy new clothes for their other child. As my brother grew up, he realized that he could ask for literally anything and my parents would never say no. He would ask to play with my toys, and suddenly they would become his forever. Because I always spoke up about how unfair my parents were treating us, he took offense to that. He would break things around the house like a flower pot or a beer glass, and then blame it on me. And of course my parents had to take his side. In fact, they even asked him how he wanted me to be punished, to which he would say, grounded for a whole week. Since he did that so often, my parents considered me a problem child and refused to celebrate my birthdays. When I was 13, I asked them why they treated us so differently, and their reply was, "Your brother was a gift from God. And looking at how much trouble you have been causing recently, we are glad we have another child to rely on for the future." I was so distraught over my parents not loving me that I cried myself to sleep that night. I was even bullied at school because I didn't have any stuff while my brother had all the new gadgets. But I didn't fall into depression, and instead decided to prove to them that I'm not a useless son. I graduated from high school as a valedictorian and thought that they would praise me. But my brother didn't like that the spotlight was on me, and decided to throw a tantrum about not getting enough attention. So instead of going to my graduation party, my parents took him to his favorite restaurant and treated him to a giant meal. That day onwards, I realized that I needed to get what I wanted my own way, and had to work hard for it. I started studying hard and even took on a small job to eventually pay for my college. It was my dream to become a pilot, but the courses for that weren't cheap at all. And I couldn't trust that my parents would help me pay for it. Anyway, I kept taking on shifts for 2 straight years and managed to save over $9,000. I was really sad because that wasn't nearly enough to go where I wanted to go in life. But thankfully, one of the teachers at my high school knew about my dream and helped me work towards it. She helped me connect with colleges that offered scholarships based on my performance, so I did my best to get good grades. My parents also found out about this, and tried to discourage me. They used to say things like, "A girl can't actually be a pilot, so don't waste your money on those stupid courses." But I didn't let their words get to me and kept working. When my brother turned 18, he decided to get a loan from the bank to buy a car, which was really weird because he didn't even have a job. Apparently, he had put our parents' house as collateral without even consulting with them first, and was now begging them to pay back his loan for him. I thought that my dad would get mad at him, but surprise, surprise, they said, "You didn't make a mistake, son, you just made a bold decision and we're proud of you for owning your own car already." I thought that was really dumb because he had put himself in debt before even entering college, but didn't comment on it. I was so numb to their interactions by now that it didn't even bother me. The week after that, I went to check my stash of savings in my room to see if I had finally saved over $10,000 and could start working on college applications. To my absolute shock, the entire stash was gone and then there wasn't a single dollar left. I panicked but remembered that I had installed a teddy bear camera in my room. After checking the footage, I saw that my parents had entered my room while I was at work and taken all of the money I had saved for college. I rushed into the living room and yelled at them, demanding that they give me my money back. They told me to calm down, and explained that they used my college fund to pay off the loan that my brother had taken. I asked why the hell would they do that, because it was my money. They said that they weren't going to let me waste money on useless courses for my useless dream. I couldn't even believe what they were saying, because it sounded so offensive and dumb. They had literally stolen my money from me and weren't even acknowledging that what they did was wrong. When I kept arguing, they told me to just suck it up because the money was gone, and told me to go back to my room. I decided then and there that I wouldn't tolerate their abuse anymore. I returned to my room and started looking for an apartment near my workplace. As soon as I found one, I packed all my bags and got ready to leave this damn house. But before I did that, I called the authorities and showed them the video, which was clear evidence that my money was stolen without my permission. I told them my new address and that they shouldn't reveal that to my parents because I also want a restraining order against them. In a few hours, my parents should either get arrested, or be forced to return my money to me via the authorities. And it doesn't matter if they're mad at me, because I would be far away from their reach by the time the cops arrive.